how do you know that you don't have confidence in social situations?
I get overwhelmed. I start sweating. I start feeling uncomfortable. I would say 4 or 5 years now. Things started going through my head like, well, what if this is not what I'm supposed to be doing? What if I'm talking too much? Be able to walk up to someone and not think and just be.
Go ahead and close your eyes. How do you feel now?
Great. I feel happy.
Yeah.
Excited.
Happy and excited is good.
I feel like I'm ready to take on another event. I feel like it'll be easier. So the what ifs don't really matter in that situation.
Hey, Alicia, how are you today?
I'm great. Thank you.
Good to see you.
Yes, likewise. Good to see you again.
So this is your first session. We just met briefly in a social situation, and you said that you were interested in doing some work on yourself.
Yes.
And so why don't you tell me what you would like to work through or upgrade in this session?
I would like to work on my confidence and being more social.
You would like to work on your confidence in social
In
situations.
social settings, yes.
Okay, perfect. So how do you know that you don't have confidence in social situations?
Well, I find that I shut down fast. Like I'll converse, and then I kind of like disappear. I just wither away. I can't really hang, so to speak.
You shut down fast. What does that mean and what does that look like?
Well, I'll have conversations, but if it's a social setting, I'm talking about different things and socializing and networking. And then I find it like exhausting. I get overwhelmed.
Okay, in what sense? How do you know you're overwhelmed?
I start sweating. I start feeling uncomfortable and just not really wanting to be there any longer. Feeling that comes over me.
Okay.
It's like, okay, it's time to go. I'm not sure what it is. I would say 4 or 5 years now.
Okay. Tell me about the first time it happened. Do you remember that?
The first time it happened, I went to a networking event alone. I said I'll go out alone. And that was just, wow. I had to push myself to talk to different people and network with them. And it just got overwhelming. It was a lot of people there. I started feeling, I don't want to say uncomfortable, but it was more of, I just shut down. Like I felt like I couldn't go any further. Things started going through my head like, well, what if this is not what I'm supposed to be doing? What if I'm talking too much or I'm talking too little? Like it was just like, okay, it's time to go. I started overthinking.
There's the shutdown, but there's the overthinking. So what happens first? The overthinking and then
Yeah, the overthinking. Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
so overthinking.
Yeah.
Shut down. Okay. So take me back to that event. Let's see if we can really tap into this. This is some good stuff. So I want you to close your eyes for a minute. I want you to just relax, take a nice deep breath. Yeah, just tune in to your breath. And I want you to just imagine that you're back at that networking event 4 or 5 years ago, whenever that was. And I want you to notice that there's a lot of people around. And I want you to tell me, Alicia, what's the sensation that you feel in your body? Not the overthinking, not the mental processing, but what's the sensation that you notice in your body? And where do you notice it?
I feel a pulse, like my heart's racing.
Okay, you feel a pulse in your heart is racing?
Yes, and my arms start to feel like heavy.
Arms heavy. Okay, great. And anything else?
Maybe my stomach, just like butterflies.
Stomach has butterflies. Like when you were younger and you saw like a really cute guy and you got butterflies in your stomach?
No.
So it's not butterflies, it's a knot.
Yeah.
Knot in the stomach, and you've got your pulse in your heart that's racing and heavy arms. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. And what's the more dominant feeling of those? The heavy arms, the heart racing, or the knot in the stomach?
Heart racing.
Okay. So all I want you to do is just focus on that heart of yours, that amazing heart that beats 100,000 times a day without you having to remind it. And just go ahead and pay attention to your heart and maybe take a couple nice breaths into your heart, breathing into your heart, inhaling, exhale right into your heart. Sometimes it even helps to put your hands on your heart. That's right, Alicia. That's right. Go ahead. Just pay attention to that sensation, that heart that's beating for you all day and all night. And as you're paying attention to your heart beating, let's play with a couple physiological levers. So just go ahead and relax your jaw. That tells your vagus nerve to relax. And I wonder if you can also relax the back of your tongue, relaxing that language center of your brain. And just take some nice, slow, deep breaths. Just putting that attention on that beautiful heart of yours. And what's happening now?
Just calm. And
Just calm. What else do you notice?
I notice it's not racing.
Because it's calm. Yeah. And what's happening with the knot in your stomach?
I don't feel the knot.
Oh, it went away. It dissolved.
Yes.
Isn't that interesting? So see, sometimes it's the resistance that creates the problem, right? I shouldn't be feeling this. And then we push against it. It becomes tighter, more of a problem. When we can just notice it and put our attention to it, like you did just now, just paying attention to that heart and breathing into it, it'll change automatically. And what's happening with those arms?
I feel regular. It's lighter. Feeling I have the heavy feeling is gone and it's light.
Great. Okay. So now feeling lighter, feeling calm. I want you to tell me, you can open your eyes for a moment. Great job. You're doing amazing. Okay. So that's how you've been, where you would shut down fast, you would wither, you would get overwhelmed. Okay. That's how you have been. How do you want to be as you move forward? That's different. How do you want to be going forward in a social situation?
Just confident. I want to be able to walk up to someone and not think and just be.
Yeah. And what's it like when you're confident?
Well, I'm much more happier.
When you're confident and happy and calm, what's that like?
Yeah. It's exciting for me. It's like I had 2 cups of coffee that day for me anyway. It's like a high.
Okay, so you can be calm and excited at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when
it's a stillness.
So when you're calm and there's a stillness, but you're also excited and happy and feeling light and feeling confident.
It's great. It feels like I'm engaged.
Great. So I want you to think about right now, as you're feeling calm, feeling confident, feeling excited, happy. Think about going into a situation where maybe there's a lot of people and you're going to talk to some people. And what do you notice now?
I'm going to talk to them. Just a light feeling. Feeling as though this is what I do all the time.
Yes. It is, isn't it?
Yeah. Wow.
Okay. And what's it like when you're talking to a friend or a client? Because most of your work is one-on-one, correct?
Yes.
Yes. So when you're talking to someone one-on-one, whether it's a friend or a client, what's that like?
It's intimate. I feel more relaxed when it's a one-on-one because we're engaged into whatever conversation it is. And if it's something that I want to learn more about, I'm interested and excited to know more. So I'm more present with the person.
So hold on, I'm confused because you told me you wanted to walk into a room and be able to go and talk to one person.
Yeah.
Talking about making a speech to 500 people right now. That'll be the next session.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
All you're wanting to do is talk to one person. Is that not?
Yeah. Yes.
That's what you
not feel, I'm not sure, but it's different when it's a lot more people around.
Because you get to choose.
It's like, what do I do now? It's just, wow.
Okay. So there is the next question, because it seems like once you have a person that you're clear that, hey, I'm interested, I want to talk to this person, that you're okay. You can feel light and calm and relaxed talking to them.
Yeah.
So is the challenge more, what do I do now? Who do I go and talk to?
Yeah, that's a part of it.
Because once you're in the conversation typically moves and moves. Is that right?
Right.
Yeah. So the time when you have that sense of it's time to go, you're thinking, oh, who do I talk to? Where do I go now? Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, great. Go ahead and close your eyes. Great. You're super at this. Okay. You're going to get the hang of this so fast. So we're going to just go right back into calm. So just go ahead and relax that jaw. That's right. And relax the back of your tongue and put your attention on your breath. That's right. And I wonder if you can just slow your breath down just a little, just paying attention to that amazing breath. You might even notice the point at the beginning of the inhale or the end of the exhale. That's right, just paying attention. And as you're here, just paying attention to your breath, I wonder if you can feel calm, confident, curious about who you want to talk to, because you get to choose. Isn't that cool? That's right. And what happens when you're here, calm, relaxed, still, and confident, when you think about, what do I do now? What happens?
I just don't think about it.
So you let something else guide you other than the brain?
Yeah.
And so what's that guides you?
I guess my heart.
Oh, yeah, that sounds like a good guidance system. So what if you let your heart guide you? What happens then when you imagine there's 100 people all around and you're feeling calm and still, confident, curious, and you just breathe into that heart. And what do you notice now?
Like energy.
There's an energy of what?
Of excitement to go to whoever.
Yeah. And what happens if you go to somebody and they're preoccupied or they're rude or they're not interested in talking to you because who knows what their issues are? What if that does happen, Alicia? Then what?
Smile, say thank you, and move on to the next.
That's right. And then what?
And then the next person I engage with.
That's right. And you engage for some time. And then as you're winding that conversation down, then what happens?
I'm looking around.
And what's guiding you? What do I do now? Breathe. What do I do now?
Now I'm going to the next person.
That's right.
Introduce myself.
Yeah. Trusting yourself. That's right. And what does that feel like when you're trusting yourself?
It feels just, I don't know, confident. It feels strong, powerful.
Yeah. That sounds like a good way to be when you're talking to people.
Yeah.
Now, what do you say when you walk up to somebody?
How are you? I'm Alicia.
Oh, that sounds perfect.
What's your name?
That sounds great. So you've got that down. So what else? What else could be of a concern here?
Are they interested in hearing what I have to say?
Well, you're curious about them, right? And you're interested to know more about them. Is that right?
Yes.
So is it really that important if they're interested in what you have to say?
No.
Because it's really about who you're interested in talking to, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah. And you get to decide.
Yeah.
You're not feeling that interested any longer. What could you do?
Just move on.
That's right. So then you move on and then, what do I do now? What happens? What do I do now?
Now I'm just looking around.
Breathe. And then?
I'm going to the next person.
That's right. Yeah. And what's happening now?
Introducing myself, talking, asking more about what it is that they're doing or working on.
And what is this like for you as you're just hanging and engaged with these people? What is that like?
It's exciting.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what else is coming up for you? You might have to go alone to an event, Alicia. You might be all by yourself. There might be a lot of people there.
Yeah.
What do you know now?
It definitely got easier.
And how are you standing when you're confident, strong, and powerful?
Shoulders up, standing tall.
That's right. When your shoulders are up and you're standing tall and you're excited. How does that feel?
It feels good.
Good. But what if? What if your brain starts going, what if? What if that brain gets active? There's a lot of people. What if this? What if that?
Yeah.
What if? Yeah. What's happening now?
Now I'm still looking around.
Enjoying yourself with all the choice?
A little overwhelmed now.
Do you feel a little overwhelmed now?
Yeah, with joy.
With joy? Overwhelmed with joy?
With accomplishment.
Wow. That's great to be overwhelmed with accomplishment and joy.
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. Now, as you're feeling this overwhelm of accomplishment and joy, I want you to tell me about a time when you felt so confident. Maybe you just did something that was difficult or passed something that had been challenging. Can you tell me about a time when you did something that was not easy and then you just felt so confident?
Yes. I had to see a patient. No one was able to get their vein. The doctor the specialist, and I was called upon. And as nervous as I was, I just knew that I was going to be able to do it.
And what did that feel like after you did it?
I felt good. I felt like I knew I was able to, but wow, I couldn't believe that I did.
That's right. And what did it feel like in your body? That sense of wow, that feeling good.
Well, that was a feeling of relief.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it was like heat going through my body, I felt.
Like a warmth?
Yeah.
Like a feel-good warmth.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds good. Now, is there anything coming up in the near future that you're going to be doing or going to that you want to imagine being really confident in?
Yes, doing IVs.
You're going to be doing IVs?
Yes.
Okay, because right now you're a phlebotomist, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you'll be adding another service in.
Correct.
Okay, great. So I want you to think about right now putting that IV in. And what do you notice?
I notice it's as easy as doing blood work.
Oh, that's right. It's as easy as blood work, which is natural and automatic for you.
Yes.
So you've got this?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, now here's what we're going to do. You've done all the hard work. Now I'm just going to make a nice, relaxing recording for you, and you can just enjoy it with your eyes closed and tuning into your breath. Okay, so go ahead and close those eyes and start to take some nice, slow, deep breaths. That's right. And go ahead and relax your jaw and relax the back of your tongue. That's right. Tuning in inside, feeling calm, finding the stillness, connecting to that you who's strong and powerful. That's you, feeling lighter, feeling happy, knowing you can talk to anyone you want. You already do it all day long with clients, friends, family, and others. And you know what, Alicia? The big secret is people naturally like people who are interested in them. Asking questions with true curiosity makes the best conversationalist. And that's what people are drawn to. People who are actually interested in them. So that's something that you get to do. And you actually get to choose who you want to talk to. And you can let that beautiful heart of yours decide where you want to go, who you want to put your attention on as you're feeling relaxed, your jaw relaxed, the back of your tongue relaxed, and aware of that breath. And anytime you need a pause, anytime you notice a thought, one of those what if questions, you can just notice it. There's that thought. Okay, I'm going to take a nice, slow breath, focusing inward on what's really important. And you can just choose to make it intimate, letting your heart guide you as you're feeling curious and interested and excited, smiling. How are you? I'm Alicia. Feeling engaged, asking questions that you want to know. When you're done or complete or incomplete, you can move on. Take a nice deep breath. Let your heart guide you. Who do you want to talk to next? As you are standing tall, shoulders up, strong, powerful, confident, and you know you can do it. And you knew back then you could do it. Wow. Feel that warmth throughout your entire body. It's as easy as blood work. It's natural and automatic. And you know what else is really cool? The more you do it, the better you get at it. And the better you get at it, the more you naturally do it. And that can be you, comfortable, growing, expanding, talking more, sharing more, making a big room intimate as you focus narrowly on the person that's right in front of you, blurring out everything behind you, to the sides of you, and far out in front of you, blurring out everything that you don't need. That's right. And experiencing this calm, strength, confidence, Just enough calm with a little excitement, and that makes a real difference. Now, you might be deciding something new unconsciously, and you might notice that you're becoming much more interested in the other person, because when we are thinking too much about ourselves, that's when we tend to get that feeling of anxiousness. We're overly focusing on us. When we put our attention to the other person with curiosity, I want to know more about them. I want to know if I'm interested in learning more about them. You might just notice that those old feelings, those old questions might just fade away. That's right. Now, I'd like you to imagine a time in the future where you're going into a room and maybe there's a few people or maybe there's a lot of people. And I want you to see yourself out there, Alicia, having made those changes that you have. Looking back now on how different your life is now as you've decided something new unconsciously. And just imagine you out there in the future when, if it had happened in the past, you would have responded in that old way. And notice what's happening now. That's right. And Alicia, anytime any of those old feelings come back, you can simply take a nice deep breath and say, what would calm say? What would my heart say? And you can let your heart guide you. That's right. And you might notice that these changes generalize to more areas of your life. And you can just allow your unconscious mind to let these changes apply to any other areas of your life where they would be helpful to you. Allow your mind to drift through all different contexts. What are all the other positive connections that you weren't making before, but can now? And as you're considering these other positive connections, I wonder if you'll notice even more. That's right. It's exciting to be moving forward, doing more, growing, expanding, becoming more, learning and applying what you already know in different contexts, letting your heart guide you and trusting yourself. That's right. Now remember that time when you knew you could get that vein that nobody else could get? You remember that warm feeling that you had inside? I'd like you to feel that now. Feel that warmth, that feeling of wow, that felt so good. And I don't know, from 1 to 10, with 1 being weak and 10 being incredibly strong, how high that level of feeling is inside of you, that feeling good, that feeling warm. But whatever that level is, Alicia, I wonder if you can just turn it up a notch or two and notice what happens inside as you are becoming even more confident, strong, powerful. That's you changing. You are already. That's right. Now feel all of this confidence, sense of accomplishment. That's right. Turn it up even more. Make it even more powerful. And I wonder what color this would be if it has a color. I would like you to imagine spreading this color all over, inside of you and on the outside of you, painting it all over. So you're bathed in this color of confidence and strength. Bringing this with you wherever you go, whenever you move on. You get to choose where you go. That's right. So feeling light, feeling calm, knowing you can just hang, be engaged or not engaged, doing more. That's right. Memorize this because it's all inside of you. And now if it's time to sleep, you can sleep deeply and peacefully, dreaming wonderful dreams, feeling calm and still, waking up happy. And if it's time to come back to your full awareness right now, you can start coming back into the room. 1, feeling calm, feeling confident, feeling strong. 2, your eyes are clearing as if you just had a fantastic nap. 3, open your eyes and notice how good you feel. How do you feel now?
Great. I feel happy.
Yeah.
Excited.
Happy and excited is good.
Yeah. I feel like I'm ready to take on another event or
Yes, you are.
definitely feel good. It's a difference.
Great. So I want you to think about going to another event, and I want you to imagine that there's a lot of people in the room. Maybe some people even kind of give you a look and then turn back, and you're walking and you're trying to determine, well, who do I approach? Who do I go up to? And what do you notice now as you think about it?
I feel like it'll be easier. Pick a smiling face or a face that's not looking around. I'll be drawn to who I need to talk to.
That's right.
Yeah.
And if they're not receptive, then
Thank you. Nice meeting you. And move to the next.
yeah. And what if you get those what if questions? What if you get the what ifs? Then what?
What if I don't think it'll be as loud as it used to be?
Oh, okay.
So it is there. I'm going to acknowledge it, but I know why I'm there and what I'm needed to do. So the what ifs don't really matter in that situation.
That's right, Alicia. The what ifs don't really matter. Amazing. I'm so excited for you. Will you keep me posted on your next milestones?
Yes, I will. Now I have to search for so I can utilize my apply myself.
Yeah, now you get to search for opportunities where you can be excited.
Yeah, excited. I am.
Awesome. I'm excited too.
Thank you so much. Yeah, definitely feel like I can definitely take on the task of networking.
Yes, you can. Absolutely.
With ease.
Yes, with ease and calm and confidence and strength.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amazing work, Alicia, in your very first session. Wow.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah.
You're so welcome.